Good afternoon, everyone. This is George from Your Local Musician, and today we're going to do another little quick tip tutorial on assigning controller assignments in Logic Pro X. So the first thing that we do is, as you just saw, we go up to Logic Pro X, we go down to Control Surfaces and Controller Assignments. Now, the way we do this the easy way, obviously there's an easy view and an expert view. So if we stick to the easy way, what you want to do is obviously you need to decide what you want to control. You can do this for things like filter cutoffs, or messing around with your EQ. It's just so really you can give it more of a human sort of touch and vibe to whatever it is that you're trying to control. I'm going to use a filter cutoff right here because it's the easiest way I can think to sort of do this and explain it. So what I've done in this track is I've got a few pads. This is my main pad right here. This is my secondary pad. This is my third one that only really comes in on the chorus on this track. I've got a couple of little percussion bits here, a couple of basses, and two bits of vocal from Exhale that I've modulated a bit and made a little bit more my own. I've got my drums down here as well. So I'm going to control all of that with a filter, and I'm going to cut it off in the middle of the track. So just to show you how I do this is so if I go over to my summing track, so what I want to do is just so I can give you this example in the most sort of extreme way, I'm going to cut off the majority of this track with this filter. So if I get up my filter, well, first off, obviously, as I forgot to mention, the first thing that you really need is a piece of hardware like your MIDI controller or an Akai drum pad. I know have these a lot. Is you need one with obviously mappable controls. I've got in front of me right now what I'm going to be doing this on is the Akai MPK Mini 2. Great little MIDI controller. The main reason I wanted it was because it has 8 mappable controls that I can use to do things like this, as well as the pads and the little keys. It's really compact and nice. And I've got an M Audio 88 key MIDI controller, which I've had roughly, I think, about 8 years now. So you could have a controller like the MPK Mini 2, which has lots of mappable controls, but you could use on the M Audio, for instance, the like the modulation wheel. This should be able to do this fine. And so if I just crack on with that, so I've got my filter here. I want to just click that right there. So click the knob of the cutoff of the knob. So for instance, if you're following along, click your cutoff, and then come over here and click learn. So as you can see, it's changed the parameter there to one knob filter. So this is this plugin. And the first thing that you touch on one of your mappable controls, so for instance on my MPK Mini here, I'll just twist my first knob, so the number 1 knob, and it moves it, which is great. So now we've got that assigned, and what I want to do is let's go into this. So switch that to touch. And so for instance now, let's just record something in. So yeah, that's really sort of you do it. That's the how you do it. That's really the easiest way I would ever go about it. And really, why don't you go off and try it yourself and comment below what your experiences are. Go wild. So yeah, thank you very much. I am out for now.